Welcome back. This is the 54th segment in our 63 segment series, Because It's True, making the case for Christianity in bite-sized pieces. Now, much of this series has utilized an apologetic model, one which I have rather crudely drawn, as you can see, that it is skeletal with three prongs: the philosophical, the historical, and the experiential. Now, the meat that we have put on these prongs goes like this. In the philosophical arena, two strong cases can be made for the existence of God. One is the teleological argument, which basically says, given all of the design that we see in the world, that indicates that there is a designer. And then there is the moral argument. We speak meaningfully of right and wrong, good and evil. But in order to do that, in order to speak meaningfully of a moral order and a moral law, there must be a lawgiver. Now, the philosophical arguments will take you to a point where you can reasonably conclude that there is a God and he is good. However, it doesn't take you any further than that. And therefore, we move from the philosophical to the historical. And the historical says that this good God has entered into history, is active in history, and ultimately his activity in history has been the incarnation, where he himself put on a suit of skin and became one of us. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Everything that was created by him, and apart from him, nothing that has been created was created. John 1 and 2. And then you zip down to verse 14, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. The arguments for the historical case for the truth of Christianity have to do with the trustworthiness of the Bible as historical documents, and also the claims of Jesus, who was, of course, an historical character and claimed to be God, and the claims that the Christians made that Jesus, once crucified, rose from the dead. Someone looking at these arguments, as many have, could conclude reasonably that yes, indeed, Jesus is God incarnate. But then we move to the third prong, and that is the experiential. So what? What difference does it make? What does it matter? And if it matters in eternity, is that the only place that it matters? What about the here and now? And the fact of the matter is that the Christian faith gives far greater, better, more comprehensive, realistic resources to deal with the existential issues of life than does any other worldview. Now, I review this apologetic model with you because I want to strongly suggest, again, that this model may be helpful to you in organizing your thoughts, in examining and deepening your convictions and your confidence, if you are a Christian, that you have indeed hooked up to the right ship. Is that even an analogy? And if you're not a Christian, that this would provide you with some sort of map for a journey of investigation. The credibility of the Christian faith is solid beyond a reasonable doubt.